Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. It's Thursday, the 2nd of February. Paul is back from the USA and he's joined me this morning. Paul, how are you today?
Well, I could be better. It didn't come back 100% well, so we'll try to tough through it.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not as bad as some of the ones that have been going around. Let's get into the news. There were some big announcements for VSA clients yesterday. American Lithium came out with their PEA results for the Tonopah project in Nevada. So headline post-tax NPV8 of 3.3 billion US. That's after upfront capex of about $820 million and using a long-term price of $20,000 a ton for lithium carbonate. It's a two-phase ramp up from 24,000 tons per annum to 48, with average production over the 40-year life of mine of 38,000 tons per annum. So as we expected, it's a scalable and large operation that they've identified and demonstrated in the PEA. This does focus on a relatively small portion of the resource that's been defined, focused on the high grade zones of production. Unit costs are at $7,443 a ton over the life project. So looking at recent PEAs, that's probably slightly higher cost than people might expect, but those PEAs were probably released before the impact of the higher costs of reagents and things. So I think a lot of people will be resetting their cost assumptions as they go from PEA to PFS. So this is perhaps more accurate. We have been saying for some time that the whole cost curve for lithium is moving higher. There is a byproduct option though, which adds quite a lot of couple of $1 billion of value and offsets those costs substantially though, which is something they'll be looking to explore over the next couple of years with magnesium sulfate. Any thoughts from you, Paul, on
Yes, I think investors can't help but compare this project to Lithium America's project up in northwest Nevada in the McDermott Caldera here. And just to point out that General Motors signed a deal with Lithium Americas to provide the financing on that just 2 days ago. So, well, as announced 2 days ago. So we can expect probably that there will be some significant player to come forward as this TLC project progresses through its permitting process. But I have to point out that this project will be easier to permit than Lithium Americas was, because it doesn't have the issues around Native American title or sage grouse habitat and things like that.
Yeah, that's excellent point. It's very true. Okay. Also worth noting, the stock price is up 70% year to date, having joined the Nasdaq, and our target remains $9 a share. So plenty of value still there. Apollo Silver has announced the last couple of assays from phase 2 drilling program ahead of the results that will be incorporated into a mineral resource update due, I think, now in March. Those look pretty consistent with the results that we've been having previously, demonstrating that shallow, consistent and thick silver mineralization. Best results there, 197 grams a ton silver over 60 meters from surface and 135 grams a ton over 86 meters from 6 meters below surface. One of the better gold results as well, 21 meters at 0.3 grams a ton gold, that gold horizon being below the base of the current mineral resource and something that's not currently included in that figure. So we're looking to see how that's included in the next update. Any thoughts there, Paul?
Yes, just to say that this represents all of the silver assays from the 2022 program now, but we still have 5 holes from the 22 program that haven't reported their gold assays because they were targeting specifically that lower horizon of gold mineralization. But it is interesting to point out that gold horizon, which wasn't assessed historically, is now at least 1,000 meters long in strike length underneath this Waterloo ore body. So there is going to be a significant volume to be considered in future estimates of production here.
Yeah, and well, sticking to silver, let's mention G Silver as well, particularly as the silver price is now back over $24 announced after the Fed update yesterday. Precious metals both moving higher after that and move towards quarter point rises. What was the news from G Silver, Paul?
And that was that they have begun to offer to the general public a bullion coin for sale, a 1 ounce bullion coin that they are having specially minted that you can purchase through their website.
And very attractive they are too, I can confirm. Anything else out there, Paul?
Yes, I do have to mention the statement out from Atlantic Lithium that they have raised the resource yet again on the Woya pegmatite project in Ghana. It is now a 35 million ton deposit, of which almost 80% of it is now in the measured and indicated category. And that means those measured and indicated parts will be included in the upcoming DFS, which is scheduled for completion in Q2 of this year. Key point 1.2% lithium, and it is bigger still to come with several open-ended zones yet to drill. And they have confirmed what we postulated some months ago now, that they will be designing the DFS with a larger throughput and a longer mine life than what was in the PFS.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else?
Other than that, we did have the announcement out from Shanghai Mining Club member Macango Resources that they have signed a deal with Cotec, the critical raw materials investor. Particularly, it deals with the rare earth magnet recycling subsidiary, Maginito, where Cotec is going to put yet more money into development of this, and as well as take down another $1.5 million or million pounds worth of shares.
Very good. There was an Anglo-American production update for the quarter. I won't go through all the numbers, just to point out though, the copper guidance for next year is significantly higher on the Quellavecchio ramp up, but there's two important caveats to that. Firstly, in Chile, they've highlighted that increase in output is very much subject to water availability, and there's a lot of scarcity at the moment. And secondly, in Peru, higher production there is contingent on political stability and the transition of government that's going on at the moment.
And that would be in rather supportive Glencore's announcement out yesterday too, that their copper production was also lower in Latin America and in the DRC as well in 2022. So it does mean that the major producers are having difficulty upping output in copper.
Yeah, indeed. I think, as we said yesterday, a reason to be a bit more bullish than consensus based on rising supply in 2023. Unless there's anything else, Paul, should we call it a day there?
Well, we've set a record time here on the podcast for its length, so I think we'll let it go.
All right. Thanks, Paul. Speak to you soon.
Very good. See you then.